up to the boys. Fox and Shane, set your minds free, no locks and chains. Do what you love, roll the dice. 50-50, we cold as ice. One thing cold, but a pretty town red. Can't let dick, straight in my head, war gaming.
Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome to Hobby Homies. We are your weekly tabletop podcast. I'm Shane, hanging out with Fox.
I'm still here. They haven't got rid of me yet.
Not yet. And Churchy.
I'm in the void.
But he's here indefinitely.
Indefinitely. Oh. I see.
Today, we are talking about 5 Parsecs from home. Something new to the channel.
Yeah, this is a unfamiliar war games episode where we talk about a new game you might not have heard of, a little one called 5 Parsecs from, what'd you say? From
home.
Your friend's house? Oh,
yeah,
home.
Home. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. We are talking about the campaign that we are deep in.
Oh, we are very deep in our global campaign.
That's right.
Multiplayer campaign.
Yeah, so everyone from across this small rock that we call EART.
Yes.
I don't know. Apparently, I need a pronunciation guide, Exhibit A, for everything.
Yep.
So, yeah, anyone from on this planet who likes Parsecs can jump in this campaign. We have monthly missions, monthly jobs, events. It's all ran in the Discord. We're all posting, and we've got a trading hub, a canteen where we kick back and have some brews.
After a horrible mission.
Yeah, usually a horrible mission.
Yep.
Yeah, we basically thought, let's play Parsecs all individually, but make it all count towards a global combined system, which is the guild. The guild.
Everyone's progress affects the world that we are in, this make-believe world we're in, of course.
Of course.
Yeah, you can assist each other by trading goods that you've won or looted from a mission and someone else needs it, or you can sell, or even contract out your own crew members if you are feeling frisky enough.
Frisky enough, yeah. I mean, I should be hiring out my crew more often then, because I'm always frisky for Parsecs. I like too that, so every 2 months we go to a new planet, but sometimes as the guild we can choose to stay longer, which extends our reach and our influence on a planet, but diminishes it on the previous planets we've been on over time. So it's really cool. There's ship, the ambition that we're on the ship is an old worn colony ship and needs lots of upgrades.
Every time you mention the ship, you do mention that it is worn.
Yeah.
I imagine this spaceship, there's just like bits of falling off it as it's traveling through the universe.
If you pick this up and put it into the 40k universe, it's a space Hulk.
It's a space Hulk.
They just see it as a floating mess of
amalgamation.
Yeah,
of
that's
ships.
right. A ramshackle of God knows what.
Nice. If you want to join this campaign too, if all this sounds very, very interesting, jump on hobbyhomies.com and join the Discord.
Yeah, jump in there and be like, how to Parsecs, and we'll
someone will point you in the right direction.
That's it. To point you to the ambition.
Yeah.
You're going to want to sign up.
Yep.
So, yeah, all very cool stuff, but we won't take too long talking about that because we have basically every day for the past 6 months.
Yeah, it's always there.
But we are month 3.
Yep.
And we are still on the first planet of this relaunched version of the campaign.
Yeah, we opted to stay this time.
Yeah, that's right. We're still on Zitern.
Yep. It is Zitern.
Zitern. It is Zitern 3. Probably pronouncing that wrong. Yeah. So we've decided to stay for another month, which is cool. I felt like that was the right amount of time because month 1, everyone was sort of finding their feet and everything.
Yeah.
Month 2, we got some new players in, and so month 3 on Zitern feels like
I feel like work's getting done.
It is getting done, actually.
Missions are getting done.
There's been 12 missions completed last month in July.
Wow, nice.
Some were private missions, some were jobs, some were the actual missions, guild missions. And we've had even more people join along the way, so I'm looking forward to August.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be awesome, and it just keeps growing as well. I think the bonus missions have been pretty awesome too.
Yeah,
I haven't participated in any of those yet. My crew just took an absolute beating, but I was reading through David Moffat's bonus mission.
Oh yeah,
and it looked like a lot of fun. So I can't wait to do that.
Yeah, those event missions are really cool because I can't remember about last month. I think it's probably the same, but there's like a chart that you roll on to see. Yeah. And the same applies for this month as well. I just finished mine the other day, and yeah, it's awesome. It feels like a living and breathing. That's the living, breathing part of it.
Yeah.
The guild missions feel like your thing to contribute to the guild.
Yep.
But all that extra stuff just gives it breath and almost makes it feel real time. So
Yeah.
it's very cool.
Awesome. Tell me about your crew. How have you been going so far?
Yeah, so my crew consists of the leader, Pike, who's an engineer. It's got my main 4 characters. In my head, I always have 4 main and then sort of 2 followers.
Okay. Yeah.
Basically. And I don't know why I do that. It's kind of that's like a 5 leagues concept, isn't it?
Yeah.
You have followers in 5 leagues where you just pick basically off a list.
Yeah, and like your avatar.
Yeah. So, and that's kind of the framework I use. I go, all right, so Pike's my avatar, my main leader.
He's you.
He's me.
If you were
An alien engineer.
Yeah.
And then I've got Red 14, which is a cool OPR jackal model. And he's just he's a feral.
Yep.
A furry.
One of those.
One of those.
Yeah.
And for some reason, I'm blanking on the name of not Hassan, but my other guy.
It's one of your other Infinity models, right?
Yeah, that's
one of
right.
The Slime ones. Yeah.
Faseed. Faseed, Hassan, Dash, and Reyna are all humans. And they so Dash and Hassan were kind of like my whatevers.
Yep.
And so I just throw them forward every game, use them to draw out shots, don't really care if they die or whatever. But it's kind of cool that they're developing their own characters and personalities through me doing that.
I feel like Dash has carried the whole team.
Yeah.
Every time.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And they've never been injured. Like they've stayed in every campaign. Without them, I would have a crew size of 1 sometimes.
Yeah.
So I think Red and Faseed had to sit out a few turns because after my turn 1 they got everyone got obliterated. But
Well, not literally.
yeah, no, we'll talk about that. We'll talk about that. And so the ideas that I had for them going in were very different to what happened on the table, and that's kind of cool. It's kind of like the story took over and became its own thing, and my ideas for them are long gone. And I wonder if that's happened to all those who have played and listened as well.
Yeah, let us know in the comments if your characters are doing the same thing. If you've had your hero who you've set out to, change everything, but this sort of sidelines character has sort of taken the spotlight.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, like a Pike, I was like, is just going to get in there and blast things and everything I get, all the cool gears going on him. I was lucky enough to roll a hunting rifle for Red 14, which is kind of what he's modeled with. And I was like, oh, that's cool. I'll just sit him back. He could be the sniper and pick people off. Misses every shot, and then gets deaded and is out for turns. And, and then I was like, oh well, Faseed's going to be a monster. He's got gear and all armor, and he's kind of like the super soldier of the squad. Everyone's like, he's the 6'2" absolute monster. Rode for USC, that kind of guy. And he's been dead every time and killed no one. So it's been fun. And like you said, Dash has basically carried little nerd that he is. Right? So yeah, I think I'm just gonna let the crew form themselves. And put aside my ideas for them. But I have loved watching them grow on the table, which is an interesting aspect of Parsecs that I kind of neglected. Yeah.
Nice, dude.
What about you? Tell me about your crew, because I can only remember a few of them, and I think most of them are dead.
One of them is fully dead. 2 of them are in sick bay. So my crew of 6, I have...
Excuse me?
Nope, my phone is silent. I have...
any one of us.
So Sarge, my human, he's my leader. So my crew is the Octus Troop 1.
Oh yeah, mine are the Steel Sables. I forgot to introduce that. Thank you.
My guys are kind of like an offshoot of this like ragtag sort of military group. That have kind of gone, I'm not going to say AWOL. But they're AWOL.
Yeah, sure.
And so they've sort of dipped and doing their own thing now. But Sarge is the leader. I've got Rortus the Tortoise. Of course. He's my feral. I have Subject 117, also known as Blue. She is a stalker. New Blood, Private Enzo Caldera. Human. I had Scout, SB777, my scout bot. who was obliterated turn 1.
Yes.
Literally.
Yeah.
Devastating. I was heartbroken, man.
It was amazing. I could tell.
Yeah.
I could tell.
Yeah.
I loved the moment where, such an iconic moment in my head where you rolled the numbers and you're like, oh, that's a, I forget if it was low or high. I think it was
3, I think.
A 3. You're like, I rolled a 3. I'm like, oh, yeah, okay, cool. So obliterated. You lose everything that they had and he is no longer in the campaign.
Yep. Yeah, it was painful. And also have Osiris as well. So
Oh, yeah, Osiris.
Yep.
Cool.
Yep. Yeah, so my crew, I was pretty happy with how they rolled up to start with, you know, a good mix of aliens and humans.
Yep.
And bots. No more bots now, but
Oh, is Blue not a bot? Oh, Stalker.
Yeah. I can't remember how I rolled that. I think it's like minor alien or no, what is it? Special character or something like
right.
that.
Strange character or
Yeah,
something.
maybe one of them.
Yeah.
I can't quite remember how I rolled her up.
Yeah.
But when I rolled her up, I was like, I knew straight away the model to use.
Yeah,
It was one
right.
of the Stargrave metal minis that I've had.
Yes.
It's pretty cool. But yeah, it's been fun. It's been interesting. Again, kind of like you know, watching how you think you're going to have, like, for me, I've got Rortus with like a combat skill of 2, and he's a massive hulking tortoise, right?
Yeah.
Thinking he's just going to like dominate.
Yeah.
Nah, just
Useless.
gets domed,
Yeah.
one shot.
Yeah.
And he's out for like 3 turns or something. Same with Sarge, out for 6 turns. My bot destroyed.
Yeah.
And like, we won't give away too many spoilers, but the last mission was
Also rough.
Yeah, it was also rough.
Yeah.
So it's been awesome seeing this narrative grow, and then like I was in the canteen, and was managed to, like, I could trade one of my damaged weapons for a new character role, you know?
Yeah. Some what is that item? Some booze and fine food, whatever.
Good booze and food or something like that. So you basically like a free character reroll.
Yeah, that's cool.
Which came in clutch. I needed that. So yeah, like it's awesome seeing it all grow and change as we go.
Yeah. Yeah, it is awesome. Tell me more. Oh, so for also those people that are maybe new and listening, and it's like, oh, that sounds cool. This cruise sound cool. What do you mean your battles and spoilers? All of our guild missions for this campaign are going to be filmed as battle reports and released on our second channel, Hobby Homies. Link in the description of this video.
Yep.
If they're listening on Spotify,
it's in the description of the Spotify thing.
Oh, cool.
So like we're I don't know.
Straight from the administratum, this guy knows what he's doing. He's on it.
I don't know.
So as the time of this drop, your turn 2 is just getting dropped.
Yeah.
Sweet. Yeah. So both our turn 1s and both our turn 2s are there, and mid-August, late August will be our turn 3s.
Yeah.
So every month we'll be dropping the corresponding month's missions.
And like you can see us play our missions out in video, but you can also read about other members of the guild in the mission write-up channel in the Discord,
which is very cool. We'll read through some of those a bit later on.
A couple locked and loaded.
Because it is very cool. Something I haven't appreciated enough. Like every month I sort of read through a mission of someone.
Yep.
And I'm like, oh, that's really cool. But now I've like, sometimes I'll sit down and be scrolling through TikTok or whatever. And I'll be like, you know what I'll do instead? I'll read a Parsecs mission. And you read one and you go, oh, that was amazing. I'll see what else they've done.
Yeah.
You get the chronological order of one of the players, like Migraine. I was reading through his before.
Yep.
And Spaz Frags. And I was like, now I'm hyped to play Parsecs.
Yeah. And it's a good little bit of like Parsecs that you can ingest while you're at work or
it's awesome.
while you can't play. You know, it scratches that itch a little bit. You can see what's going on, and because of like we've got players from all over the world. You know, the UK and the States and Canada, and like you get a random mission at a random time. Like someone will just like post a write up, and like when you wouldn't expect anything.
And I like how everyone has such different ways of doing their write ups.
Yeah,
they've all got their own little flavor on it, which is awesome.
Oh, it's so good.
So yeah. Well, let's talk about, for those who haven't seen it, our turn 1. Briefly. Very briefly. You can go first. Jinx.
Not this again.
Under a roof, bounce off a window. All right. So I played a mission. My very first mission, I was like, Parsecs is too easy. That was my memory of Parsecs.
Oh, yeah.
And I think that's because I got lucky and like the first time we played through the campaign, I think I'd probably previously played about 5 missions.
Yep.
And I was like, it's just too easy. So what I love about this campaign is Ollie, the person who's doing everything.
Oh, he is the resident DM of the Discord.
He's the guild master.
He is the guild master.
And so each mission has a difficulty assigned to it.
Yep.
So I was like, I'm going to pick a hard raid.
Oh, you animal.
Because that way it's just a fight off and it's just going to be easy.
Yep.
Or maybe it'll be challenging at the very least.
You thought.
I thought it would be challenging.
You thought.
And it was challenging. So it was my crew of 6, fresh-faced, ready to go for their first mission of the campaign.
Oh, pumped.
Gear was... I thought I had better gear than I did.
Yep.
But upon reflection, I had just like blast pistols and a hunting rifle and a whole lot of not much.
Yeah.
Standard, just base level stuff. And so I went in and I fought 8 or 9, I think it was 9
Yep.
enemies that were reasonably loaded and all had like combat skill +1.
Yeah, yeah.
And they were monsters.
Yep.
They were absolute monsters.
I know.
Because you were playing them.
Yeah, I had a good time.
And so, yeah, I think I killed 3. Actually, I think I killed a couple early and I was like, here we go.
Yeah,
it's like
yeah.
6 on 6 now. Parsecs too easy. And then I think basically turn after turn, 1 or 2 would just get peppered away.
Yep.
And eventually...
Of your crew.
Yeah, of my crew, exactly. So my first mission for the guild was a fight-off, which I mentioned in the episode that we succeeded in the fight-off. It was just not my guys that fought the enemy off.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It was them that
The
fought
enemy
me
fought
off.
you off.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
So, and I love there was one moment too where you rolled 2 hits. This is my last crew standing. In my mind, I'm like, I can still do this.
Yeah, yeah.
There's only like 5 of them left now.
Yeah, yeah.
If I take this angle and kill this one and the next turn kill this one, then it's a 1v3. I clutch those.
It's easy.
Easy.
Easy mode.
And so like you landed 2 hits and I was like, okay, that's unlucky for me.
Yep.
And as you were rolling the dice, I was like, 1 and 2s, 1 and 2s, 1 and 2s, 1 and 2s, because a 3 would have killed me.
Yeah, yeah.
And so you rolled 2 dice and they're both 6s. And I was like, yep. And Spazfrag commented on the YouTube video and that summed it up. He said, I hope someone gave you a warm hug and a blanket after that. Or a hug and a warm blanket.
Yeah.
And no one did Spazfrag, unfortunately. I had to just be a man and deal with it. There was no other way. I just had to put my chin up and cry into my pillow.
Walk it off.
Yeah.
Yep.
So that was my welcome Parsecs. It's not actually that easy moment. And after that, so I had 3 crew in sick bay. 2 of them for 3 turns.
Yeah.
1 of them for 1, which was fine because that means they're back.
Yeah, you just missed like the pre-game.
Maybe it was 2 turns. I can't remember. Yeah, exactly. So it was like 1 turn, and then they missed the pre-game of the 3rd.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. I think I only went into turn 2 with 3 people. So
I like that whole if you're in the sick bay for 1 turn, you can still participate in the next mission. I feel like there's a lot of things that can leave you in the sick bay for 1 turn.
yeah.
It's kind of not as punishing.
Yeah. When my 2 people were in for 3 turns, I was like, that is nasty. So then I played, so they were in for 3, then the next campaign turn was they were in for 2.
Yeah.
And then when I thought, oh man, they're still 2 away, the next one, when they're in for 1, they could come back for that battle.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, that's tasty. So that's that. Yeah, it's a lot more forgiving. You see some crazy number like you have 1 in for 6 or whatever.
Yeah.
Now I do as well, I think.
I can't remember. Can you fast track it by paying is it like a credit per turn?
It might be 3 credits per turn.
Ouch. Okay.
Yeah.
I was like,
that's why it's never
6
come
credits.
up.
Like, that's not so bad.
Yeah. But
Can't do that.
Yeah. So
Can't do 18 credits. No.
But the guild is currently working towards the medical bay, or what is it? What's the current upgrade we're working on?
Yeah, it is surgical suite, I think it is.
Yeah, perfect.
Yeah, fancy name for medical bay.
Yeah.
Sick bay.
Sick bay. Yeah. Where I spent half of my school years.
I'm sick.
And they'd be like, go lie down, and I'd go sleep there for like an hour.
Nice. So
Yeah.
you could do that.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, I did.
I don't ever remember there being a bed in And there's a bed at the sick bay at my work.
Well, that's interesting. Well, you can do it then.
Yeah.
You can make up for lost time. This is where my habit of napping came into play.
The old mid-period nap.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I was like, I said something to Mum. I was like, I wonder when I started napping. She was like, oh, primary school? And I was like, oh, yeah, obviously. But then I, went through school and whatever, and, must have been like a job that I got up early for. She was like, no. In year 8, you were like every second day, they'd call me and be like, he's in sick bay sleeping again. And I would be like, yeah, all right, what class has he got?
Yeah.
And they'd be like, doesn't even matter. It's just tired. He's got a headache again. Needs to sleep it off. What was the point of the story?
I don't know, dude.
Sick bay. Upgrade sick bays.
Surgical suite.
Surgical suite. That's right. Yeah. So that's pretty cool because that will, I forget, do you know what the upgrade for that is?
Oh, I can't quite remember. I think it fast tracks your thing, maybe.
When undertaking a monthly guild mission or quest board mission, if you have one or more crew members become a casualty, before rolling on the injury table, you may choose one casualty and add a 10 to the injury roll. If this brings the result to 101, the effect is no long-term effects. Oh, that's good because all the bad stuff is low.
Yeah, all the bad stuff is under 10.
Yeah.
So you are winning.
Yeah, that's really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. I like that.
Jeez, Ollie's so smart. He came up with that.
Or is it the medical bay, which is before each?
I don't know, man.
You said surgical suite. There is a surgical suite that costs 60. But the medical bay, this is cool because I'll just read through some of the upgrades that we have of the a billion.
Yeah.
Before each monthly guild mission, you may roll a d6 on a 5+. You mark one turn off the sick bay for a crew member currently in sick bay.
Nice.
Is that the one?
That might be the one.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. That sounds, the surgical suite is obviously going to be very, very handy, but that sounds like, that's like an early game.
Yeah. Upgrade. Yeah, I like that. I was just trying to find which one we're doing, but that's okay. Yeah. I'm sure it's in the monthly guild report.
It's in the email. Did you get the email? The update?
The transmission to our terminals. Yeah, very cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. I'm going to read the rest of them. No, I'm just kidding. You did mention, just backtracking, that was my turn 1. Actually, no, we won't go back that far. I'll rehash it at the end of the episode.
Okay.
So my turn 1 was brutal.
Yeah.
Meant I went into turn 2 with a whole lot of not much, which seems to be the case for a lot of people. I think I was reading through some of the homies battle reports.
Yeah.
And some people like Bradinator made some good choices.
Nice.
First time playing, picked an easy mission with 2 enemies.
Oh, sweet.
And I'm like, you know what? That's what I need to do. Build up some credits.
Yeah.
So that I can
get some gear.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Because I've been starved for credits until this most recent turn.
Yeah.
And starved for crew. So yeah. How'd your turn 1 go?
Not well.
Yeah.
Not well, as I've alluded to. I lost my favourite robot. And my, Sarge was in the sick bay. Like, just on death's doorstep.
So was he in for 6 turns?
He's in for 6 turns, yeah.
Wow. That's right. I remember that now.
1 turn down,
yeah.
4 more to go.
Gosh, I remember that. Gosh, what a good battle report.
Yeah.
So who were you fighting?
Gene Renegades?
Oh, yes, that's
Gene
right.
Renegades?
I remember.
I tried to follow Bradinator's logic. I was like, 3 dudes, easy.
Did you fight 3 dudes?
Yeah, it was or 4 or something maybe? I don't know.
Was
it
it a
wasn't many.
6v4?
Yeah, no, it was a 4v4. I only started with 4.
That's right. I remember. That's why you picked a smaller mission.
Yeah.
Smart. Well, I mean,
with 6, it might have been a different story.
Yeah, well, I doubt it, actually. Yeah, wow.
So that was painful. That was very painful.
That is tabled?
No. Did I leg
You
it?
bailed.
I bailed.
Everyone got tabled except for Blue. I remember Blue did this flanking maneuver all the way around the right side.
She went the long way.
Finally got there and popped her head around the corner and assessed the situation, went, oh, my friends are dead. And then just left.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there you go. Awesome.
That was a fun mission.
Well, so we're garbage at the game, but how about we read through some other people's missions?
You know what? That sounds like a good idea.
Okay. Here's one you prepared earlier.
Indeed.
While you do that, I just played a mission myself.
Yep.
The new event for August is, I forget what it's called.
It's the loot crates, right? You need to, the military caches.
No.
Oh.
No, I believe that was the July
That was
one.
July.
Yeah,
right.
yeah. So this is the new one. I'm actually the only person in August to complete a mission.
Wow.
Well, to do a write-up for a mission, I should say.
Oh, he's probably done like 3 missions by now.
Oh, surely.
Yeah.
No doubt. So the mission itself was some colony militia were caught moving through the hangars in an attempt to assault the Ambition. Dash managed to overhear about the pending assault whilst out shopping. He signaled back to the Steel Sables, who loaded up and intercepted the militia.
Nice.
So this was all the events are raid missions.
Yeah.
Well, not all, I don't know about all of them, but these ones are all raid missions.
And raids are fight-offs, right?
Yeah, always fight-offs, but there's different types of raids.
Yep.
So this one was an assault. So it's a fight-off, but they start with one more crew.
Ah, nice.
Yeah. And so there's a few different types of rival missions, I should say they are.
Oh, okay. Yep.
Yeah. So this one in particular was an assault. They're assaulting the Ambition, and I have to try and stop them. The reason I said that Dash was out shopping and signaled back is because one of my crew also had to sit out the mission.
Ah.
And so I was like, Dash is away shopping. The other 5 are back at the Ambition, and he going, hey, I just got word that there's some colony militia heading your way. Go stop them.
What was he shopping for?
Well, you know Dash. You know, he's pretty stylish.
Yeah.
Like a... what kind of brand? A Bucci coat.
Oh, yeah.
A Bucci coat.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah.
And some Sturberry boots.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, just all swagged out, really.
True. Just dripping.
Just absolutely dripping.
Yeah.
So that was my first good mission,
Nice.
the event mission. It went really well. Turn 1, I was able to... It felt like I did it all interior.
Oh, yeah.
So I played an interior mission.
Yep.
Which was cool, working through corridors and stuff like that. But there was like windows, so this part of the corridor could see through to another one.
Yep.
And I was lucky enough to get a good roll, and I only had to take on 4 enemies
Okay.
with my 6.
Nice.
Now that everyone's out of sick bay and healthy, so it was just an absolute stomp.
So what did they get like a D6 plus 1 or something? Because you said they start with 1 more.
One more. So actually, when I was rolling them up to
Yep.
see the numbers, I rolled 2 1s.
Oh, right.
So the number was 1
Yep.
plus another 1 because their numbers were +1 of the actual enemy I rolled up, and then +1 because it was an assault
Well, yeah, right.
for a total of 3.
Nice.
So I was so lucky when I rolled Snake Eyes, and I was like, oh, if this is a difficult mission, like if you play the campaign in a more difficult difficulty,
You roll twice and pick the highest number, right?
you always do that.
Oh, okay.
But this counted, I think, every roll of 1 and 2 as a 3.
Ah, yeah.
So
yeah.
it would have been
Yeah.
5 enemies I was fighting instead. But I'm not playing on any adjusted difficulty.
No,
The game I've learned is actually difficult enough.
Yeah, yeah.
So it was good because this one felt like the game I had in my head.
Yep.
So Red was an absolute monster and popped 2 of them with his marksman rifle.
Yep.
Which is so hard to do because you get 1 shot
Yeah.
and you got to roll usually 6 and then like a 4.
4, a 3 or a 4 if you're
Yeah.
lucky. Yeah, yeah.
And so that was good. He did that back to back, and Pike got the other kill with his rattle gun.
Nice.
Everyone was fine. I think Dash actually got KO'd
Ooh.
post mission. Oh, it was Hassan. He got hand flamed by a specialist.
Ouch.
Yeah. And he is in the sick bay for 6 weeks,
Far out.
aka 6 turns.
6 turns. Yeah, yeah.
So there you go. One of my plebs got plebbed. But it was an absolute haul for me. I got a loot cache and was able to loot the field, and I got 7 credits, a Quran and Crystal hotshot pack, which is like a mod
Yep.
that makes your gun better but could overheat.
Ooh.
Infantry laser and stealth gear.
Nice.
Everyone got bulk experience. Pike is now 2 combat skill. And the Sables headed back, stopping by a gun merchant to sell some weapons, so I got even more money, which is nice.
Nice, dude. Can I get a loan?
I can give you a happy smile.
I need 18 credits.
18 credits? What are you
I'm gonna
doing?
get sergeant the sick bay. Hang on.
Truth.
Oh, you said each week is a turn? Each turn is a week?
Yeah, I mean, you can play campaign turns whenever you want. In my head, I've just went every campaign turn is... Every week of the month is a week in real time.
Yeah, fair.
That's what I was saying. But yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, but no, for the sake of sick bay, you can't just be like, oh, I haven't played in 4 weeks, he's out.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
Okay.
overall, a good outing for the Sables, except for maybe Hassan, but he'll be okay. He's always been a hothead anyway.
Yeah.
Because he got burnt by the hand flamer.
Yeah,
A little pun. Little pun. Get it, Churchy? Churchy the pun?
Nice dude.
Hothead.
I'm proud of that.
So he's out for 6 turns, and I'm not paying for that. But yeah, felt good. Got bulk XP.
Yep.
Pike's now combat skill 2, which is in Parsecs makes you an absolute monster.
It's insane.
Shooting from across the table, hitting on 4s.
Yeah.
Nutty.
Awesome, dude.
Yeah.
Let me tell you about Mr. Axe Annex, aka the Moff.
The Moff, the man himself.
His mission. So, Dave's crew, the Whispering Band, have completed mission AC-Z, a special event mission, which each crew can attempt once. So this is alongside of the monthly missions.
Yeah.
They're like bonus missions.
Yeah.
Guild agents have located a number of caches of military equipment being held on Zitturn by Raygun Technologies, soon to be transferred to the Zitturnian government. This is an unprecedented opportunity for the guild members to make some coin, insert, grab the loot, and extract before security forces arrive.
Simple.
What could go wrong?
What could go wrong? It's a basic standard walk in the park mission.
Exactly, right?
Right?
Some would think.
Okay.
Some would think. So to give you a sort of breakdown of this mission created by Oliver, the objective to place one objective in the center of the table, and then you place 5 additional objectives around, right?
Sure.
So D6 plus 3 inches from the center. So if a crew member begins an activation within 1 inch of the objective and no enemies are within 4, that objective is removed.
Sweet.
The enemies of this particular mission: 4 corporate security, armed military rifles, and a 6+ saving throw.
Corpos.
Corsec, some called.
Oh, right.
To end the mission, if at any point there are no... Excuse me. Let me start again.
All right. The whole podcast. Welcome to Hobby Homies Tabletop Podcast.
To end the mission, if at any point there are no enemies on the table, the mission does not end.
Yeah,
We've learned
that. Yeah.
Instead, skip the enemy phase for your turn. That mission ends when all of your crew are casualties or they escape. Reinforcements begin from turn 3, and each secured objective, you roll a die at the end of the game. A 1 to 5 is 1 single credit, and a 6 is a free roll on the loot table.
Oh, dope.
So, the Whispering Band, a daring starship crew renowned for their covert operations, had received a lucrative job from an upcoming guild.
Yeah.
Right.
That's us.
To raid a heavily guarded corporate facility and steal valuable crates. The guild starship, the Ambition, was in excellent shape, with the guild covering the upkeep and no debt to worry about.
That's true. We have paid off.
We do that.
The Worn colony ship.
Well, I say we, I say they.
Yeah, they.
The crew had undergone medical care and ship repairs, and they were prepared for the mission ahead. The team assigned their tasks. Bourne and Vidya are responsible for the Ambition's upkeep, ensuring everything was running smoothly. Rune took on the job of repairing a hand laser, but unfortunately, he couldn't manage to get it fixed.
Yeah, it's tricky. The hand laser's got all these little bits to it.
Just lasers, man.
Yeah.
Crystals and stuff.
And hands.
Sparkles, on the other hand, successfully repaired another hand laser, boosting the crew's confidence. The battle began, codenamed AC-Z. Corporate security, armed military rifles, guarded various objectives inside the facility. The Whispering Band had to navigate difficult sight lines and take out the security guards without alerting reinforcements. In the first round, Vidya engaged Corsec number 2 in a firefight, stunning the guard, but was ultimately eliminated.
Oh.
Not good. Not good.
Not good.
Sparkles tried to retaliate, but was taken down by Corsec number 3.
I love how this has quickly gone from the Whispering Band, renowned for their covert ops, to the Whispering Band running out of people.
Yep. The odds were against them, but they couldn't give up now. Round 2 brought its own challenges. Corsec 2 targeted Phoenox, but missed. Bourne made his way to objective number 1, while Rune clashed with Corsec number 4, and both ended up stunned. Corsec 1 and Bourne exchanged fire, resulting in a mutual stun. Corsec 3 attempted to take down Bourne, but missed again.
Oh, thank goodness.
Bourne, determined to succeed, secured objective number 1.
I'm so invested. I want to know what happens.
We're nearly there. By round 3, the crew decided it was best to retreat, avoiding further confrontation.
Yeah.
Despite not completing all objectives, they managed to gather valuable loot, including a cargo crate worth 5 credits.
Far out.
Yeah.
5 credits for Balin. That's really good.
Yeah. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Smart.
Yeah.
That was going dicey. No one injured?
2.
Okay.
I didn't write that down.
Ah, sure.
I took the main snippet that Dave had written. He's written a whole chunk.
Yeah,
There's
that's
everything
awesome.
there. There's upkeep, everything. It's incredible.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
I do like in the guild, in the mission, in the guild, in the campaign,
Yeah.
that until we get a certain upgrade, we all have to chip in to keep the ambition sort of not even just going. So 2 of your crew every turn have to be assigned to the
upkeep.
The upkeep.
And then you can assign bonuses to work on the ambition, which means that the upgrades we were talking about earlier will get done quicker.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So that's really cool because I usually split up my 6 crew when they actually can do tasks into 2 upkeep the ambition and 2 work on the ambition.
Yep.
And then the other 2 usually repair weapons.
Repair weapons. Yeah.
Yeah, that's very cool. I like that. I love how many times that's the way Parsecs mission goes.
Yeah.
You get in there, you get obliterated, and you go, you know what? I'll try again next week. And then you get out.
Chalk that up as a draw.
Yeah. The guild's not paying me enough for this. So I've got a mission from Migraine.
Yep.
Which is awesome. The pre-turn, I love the pre-turn, is debts are increasing while medical bills are spiraling. Creds will need to start flowing in soon. So we've got Pixie and Lord Silverspoon who worked on the ambition.
Yeah.
Upkeep for the ambition, or whichever the one that's required.
Before you get too far, one of the things I love is the characters of everyone's guild.
Yes.
Like Pixie and Lord Silverspoon.
Yeah, Pixie, Lord Silverspoon, Perun Leonov, repaired a blast rifle, Mr. Glitch traded, DMZ explores, Uncle Jack Zybatsky is in sickbay, still in critical condition.
Uncle Jack.
So this was a job that Migraine's crew, the past tenses did. So just a job for him.
Yep.
One of the many jobs that are there, not the required guild mission and not the event.
Yeah.
But a job. So there's lots of options there. So this is the job itself. Mr. Big A Smalls, a local music producer, has had one of his clients, DJ Smash the Muppets Heads in, go rogue. Apparently the client is threatening to release his new album without the assistance of Mr. Smalls.
Oh no.
And Mr. Smalls has requested a crew to access the client's computer, create a copy of the album from LimeWire. No, forgive my embellishment.
Verbatim, please.
Yeah, sorry. Copy of the album for Mr. Smalls, and then clear the system. Brutal.
Ooh.
So hired a crew.
Yep.
Who would take on such a mission to go in, steal a album, and wipe the computer and get out?
Hottest rap album of
DJ Smash the Muppets Heads in.
What year is it?
Yeah, 2006. They're trying to get it on that So Fresh Autumn release.
Oh, true.
So Migraine went for the job difficulty of basic, which is a +1 credit. But this didn't look basic. It's got four Roy gangers plus 2 specialists and a lieutenant.
Wow.
They panic on 1s, 4-inch speed, no combat skill, but toughness 5.
Yep.
And the AI of aggressive is very, very interesting.
Yep.
So turn 1. Now this is a no minis battle.
Oh yeah,
which is really cool.
I've been reading about that in the Discord. Everyone's sort of having a go with mixed results.
Yeah. It sounds like it's I think David Moffat said it was quick and brutal, and that's why he loved it.
I think MJ had a similar experience as well.
Yeah, and so I can understand people who want more of a experience.
Yeah.
Probably won't enjoy it, but if you do like something that's it's almost like playing the Dark Souls version of Parsecs. That's what it sounds like.
Yeah.
So turn 1. This is probably a good example. A fierce shootout with a bigger, both numerically and muscle mass, gang of crazed Reuters resulted in a grim outlook for the past tenses, with both Pixie and DMZ being taken out of action by the brutes.
Oof.
Lord Silverspoon avenged his fallen sisters by taking out one of the gangers. So turn 1 was brutal.
Yeah.
Turn 2, trying to save the situation, the crew takes up cover and pushes the gangers back. Perun Leonov manages to first injure a specialist with his rifle and finishes the job in brutal melee. Perun flies onward in an uncharacteristic fit of rage and takes out a second ganger.
Wow.
Yeah, Perun was awesome. Absolute beast. Lord Silverspoon pushes back a ganger with his boarding saber. Both stay in the fight. On to turn 3, Mr. Glitch tries to set up an optimal shot, but doesn't manage to get any sight lines. Second time we've heard the word sight lines tonight.
True.
Perun takes out yet another ganger, the third one, in a brawl, and survives the attack from another. Mr. Glitch gets hit by a ganger, but survives, and in retaliation defeats the attacker.
Wow.
One ganger panics from all this and leaves. Fair enough.
Yeah.
One look at what Perun is doing, or Perun, or whatever. I'm going to call him Mr. Leonov. Mr. Leonov. So, turns 5 to 7, with just the leader left in an epic struggle ensues. Sorry, everyone, for everything that you've ever been through, but specifically me talking, leaving Mr. Glitch incapacitated. Lord Silverspoon does an intricate and deadly fencing maneuver, natural 6 versus natural 1, resulting in 3 hits. Brutal.
Ouch.
Killing the enemy leader. Guild gets 3 credits. Migraine got 2 credits. They found starship parts, but injuries. Pixie, dead.
Oh.
Spend story points to instead become knocked out.
Okay. Like, yeah.
I read dead and I was like, oh my goodness.
I know.
DMZ, crippling wound, 4 creds surgery, and 1 turn in sick bay.
Oh. What's he taking? A toughness or a speed?
Well, if you paid the creds, I don't think you take any.
Yep.
So I love that the start was people are in sick, medical bills amassing and credits depleting.
Yeah.
Need to get some credits.
Yeah.
And now it's like you lost all your credits and you've got another person in sick bay.
Yep. That's Parsecs.
I will finish by reading these personal anecdotes. So this is from the personal diary of Lord Silverspoon. The wretched fiends sought nothing but to bring our collective doom. Any thoughts of obfuscation were now far gone. What might once have been the pinnacle of bodily perfection was warped and twisted far beyond any redemption. My comrades fall into these hulking monstrosities. Desperation and destitution drove my hand.
I can see him writing that by candlelight.
Perun, who, as I quote, is a scientist from a religious cult worshipping a space dog, said, mission, success. Hostile casualties per friendly casualties, or HCPFC, 2,33. Operational operatives, 40%. Medical costs compared to revenue, indefensibly high. Reflection, substandard infiltration triggered hostile response. A more strict adherence to the Cult of Lacquer incident management process, or COLIMP, procedures in future operations recommended.
All hail space dog.
All hail space dog. Yeah, so fantastic. Absolute treat. Definitely get in there and read all of the mission write-ups, because there are so many nuggets in there and so many personal flares on the way people write up missions. It's just fantastic.
Yeah, you can. There's ones in there with missions accompanied with photos, so you can sort of see people's tables and minis in action. Yeah, like Ollie's as well.
Yeah, I read Bradinator's mission just before, and it's got photos with arrows in it. It has a cool ambition ship and nice tags. Like the minis aren't painted because he's working on, I think, bringing it down to 15mm.
Oh, yep.
So they're not painted, but he had nice colorful tags, and I was just like, this is such a nice way of reading through a battle report. I was like, I'm there. I understand what you're trying to do. Little pincer technique on the 2 corps. So yeah, very cool.
It's awesome. So good. So if you guys want to get involved with this, jump in the Discord. Tag someone. You'll find your way. If you even want to just follow along, like we have had a couple of newbies join who are sort of keen to just watch as it all unfolds, you can do that too. You don't have to commit to playing missions every month.
Yeah, that's it. Because the way we do it is we have a separate set of hidden channels just for the campaign. So if you jump in the Discord and you're not interested in the campaign, that's great. You don't even see it. You don't even know it exists. Except for listening to us constantly talk about it.
Berate you into joining.
But if you want to jump in and just read through or be a part of it without having a crew in, you're absolutely more than welcome. So and if you've never played before and you're like, I just that kind of thing sounds cool, but I know nothing about Parsecs, jump in the Discord. We have a public Parsecs channel. It's not hidden. It's not a secret. And we've had a few people say the exact same thing, and so we've helped them get started and jump in. So yeah.
There's ways you can get Parsecs too. Like you can buy the PDF on Wargame Vault or Drive Through RPG.
Such poor form, us not having the Parsecs book behind us.
It's somewhere.
It's over there, isn't it?
And you can use our affiliate link in the description as well to buy any RPGs or Wargames off those websites. Doesn't cost you any extra. A little bit of cash goes towards us to buy more stuff
For
from
ourselves.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gucci vests.
Well, maybe
One day. Yeah. One
the
day.
tag of a Gucci vest.
Yeah. One day. I'll take
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. So massive thank you guys for watching, and hope you enjoyed. Massive shout out to our patrons. Without you guys, we couldn't do everything that we do.
That's true. We have some new ones.
We do have some new ones.
We definitely did thank the new one from last week.
Yes.
So now I'm just trying to find the new ones.
The newest one from last week was migraine.
Yes. Oh, okay. There you go.
Yep.
And we've also got Matt Gubster, who,
The Gubs.
thank you so much for joining our Patreon. That's awesome. But also, so is your models, your
his
sculpts.
3D sculpts are insane.
Fantastic.
Yep.
I wish I could have remembered how to plug my mini factory page.
We'll put a link in the description.
It's in, yeah. All right, there you go. Cool.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, very cool.
They're worth checking out.
And thank you, Sean Carter, Primal Nerds.
Primal Nerds. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Yep. A couple of US veterans owned wargaming community. I was having a look at what they're up to.
Oh,
Some good stuff.
you said US veterans. I was like, thank you for your service. But
Still works.
yeah, it
Still works. From Australia, still works.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you.
So massive shout out to those guys. And of course, all our other patrons. Couldn't do it without you guys. We've got Burnsy, Fallen Dinosaur, Lethal, Gridlock, Anax. Oh, I got it there.
You got it. You got it.
MJ, Whack the Ewok, Test Army, Black Apollo. I'm nearly back to full health.
As in being able to speak.
No, they'll never come back.
Okay, cool. Brandon W, Moose, Elko, Churchy, Rad, Ollie, Hockers, Penny, Aggro, Don Hua Don, Pure Blind, and Big Road. Thank you for your continued support. You're all amazing.
You woke everyone up again.
Yeah, sorry.
See you guys next week.
Toodles.
Big up to the boys, Fox and Shane. Set your minds free, no locks and chains. Do what you love, roll the dice. 50-50, we cold as ice. One thing cold, but a penny town red.